Hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello, and welcome to Blue Tries Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. Now, this is an interesting new game coming out from A44 Games and published by Kepler Interactive. A44 Games, you might have heard of them because they produced a really intriguing, semi-open world Souls-lite game back in 2018 that I covered on the channel called Ashen. Now, I enjoyed my time with Ashen, although I saw a ton of potential that wasn't truly realized. However, it was their first outing as a game. Definitely recommend that you check that out. I'll put a link to my playlist in the description, probably in the pinned comment as well. But this is their first game since. And this game comes out on July 18th of 2024, so coming out here in just a couple of days. I do have the opportunity to share up to 2 hours of the very beginning of the game. I will say this key was provided to me by my good friends over at Gamesplanet, and if you think the game is going to be for you, if you want to also pick up the game and support the channel, you can do so on the link that I'll also, again, provide in the description. And I do believe there is a small discount. Now, that's only for PC. This game is coming out for PC, PlayStation 5, as well as Xbox Series X and S, again, on July 18th. Now, this game, they claim, is not a Souls-like, but rather a Souls-lite. Now, something I have never really heard coined before, but the Steam page says, from game studio A44, makers of Ashen, comes an explosive Souls-lite where gods and guns collide in a battle for the future of humanity. Let's go ahead and dive into Flintlock. Now, I played just a few minutes to make sure everything was working correctly. Quick look at the settings, not a whole lot here. In gameplay, I do have everything set to default as of right now. Actually, that's not true. I did change the HUD display mode and the health bar display to dynamic. I like when those goes away over time. I have no idea what Corsair IQ lighting is down there at the bottom, which is interesting. No hot tip for that. Controls, pretty standard. You can actually really customize the sensitivity, which I haven't done as of right now. I'm playing on a PlayStation DualSense controller. For graphics, you don't have a whole lot of graphics options. In fact, you don't really have a chance here to even set your specific resolution because they actually have that in the display option. This is almost by default, except the frame rate. I did lock that at 60 frames per second. Hopefully the video looks pretty nice as is. Display, again, you can choose your resolution if you have your window mode set to something other than full screen. Audio, not much here, just standard audio settings. I bumped down the music and sound effects just a little bit. Accessibility, there's some options here. So even though they don't call it colorblind assist, they do have some options to change the tinting of the different characters and items. You have blood effects, subtitles, text size of the subtitles, etc. So kind of a smaller accessibility option list than what we're used to seeing as of late. But the game does have difficulty options, and this is possibly going to spur a whole lot of conversation. I'm not sure. I don't mind when a game has difficulty options, and it allows me to choose my own experience. Now, here's the one thing I will say, and I'm kind of on this one. The story mode. For players who want to enjoy the story without being overwhelmed by combat, achievements cannot be earned in story difficulty. I need someone to explain to me why that's a thing. You're saying, hey, if you want to just experience it and have a relatively easy time throughout, just do story mode. Oh, by the way, you can't get achievements for it. It's, to me, that's almost putting a negative spin on those who want to experience story. What's the purpose of kind of gatekeeping achievements? It seems silly and arbitrary to me. Normal mode for players who want a balanced but challenging experience, or possessed difficulties for those looking to test themselves against a punishing experience. I'm just going to be doing normal mode, keeping it as is. Now, there is a cutscene that I didn't watch the first time through, so I'm going to let that play, and we will see what Flintlock is all about.
Nor, for 10 bitter years since the dead broke through the door, I've promised you peace. Today, I'm making good on it. Sama hatched a plan to blow up the door, to cut the dead off forever. Halin and I volunteered. We probably won't make it back, but I would rather take my chances than leave you in this broken world. You deserve more than a letter you'll never receive. But we both know you would never let me go. I lived a long life, but never a full one. Not until I found you. Promise me you'll live, Nor. I'm off to earn my rest. Baz.
Action! Front!
Aim! Fire!
No, she's not accepting anyone.
Just pretend I shoved you, all right? You sent Baz and Harlin to the door to the Great Below.
I don't have time for this, Vanek.
Requesting permission to...
Denied.
Baz can't fight at his age. Harlin can't cover for him and blow the door at the same time. I'm the best sapper you've got and you know it.
Return to your station, Vanek. Was that?
Can't have been them. The blast came from too low, wasn't nearly loud enough.
I see.
They're late, aren't they? Just give the order.
All right, then. All right. Follow the trenches to the old fort. Stop for nothing and no one, understood?
Yes, Field Marshal.
Sapper run! Clear the way! No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn!
Right, so here we are. We are Nor Vanek, and we need to help to infiltrate and overcome the Deadites. I'm not really sure what they're calling them. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit because I noticed that it was peaking during some of that battle. So let's go to audio. We'll just bump that down to 80% all around. There we go. Okay. Hold to confirm. I'm personally not a fan. It's a very, very minor thing, but anytime I have to hold to just about do anything with a controller, it's a little bit annoying. But they've also done something else with your inventory, which is, we have the basically computer interaction with analog sticks instead of just snapping to the various fields on the screen. So again, a minor inconvenience, and it's just a personal preference anyway. But here is our inventory. So right now we have Nor's Axe, a level 1 common melee weapon. Press right bumper to perform an attack that deals 10% more damage with each additional hit in a 4-hit combo. I do like that. There is stun damage as well. Okay, and right from there you can actually open up your melee weapons, which is nice. Looks like there might be some sort of combination that you can do, which is pretty cool. All right. Let me go back. At least I assume it's a combination based on this little tree here, but I could be wrong. Down here, there's some crafting and survival mechanics. You have wood, iron, sulfur, breaching barrel, okay? And over here in our equipment, we do have a soldier's satchel. It'll be interesting to see what kind of goodies go in there. We have sapper trousers, and we have blue private's jacket. Our firearm right now is Norse pistol. Press right trigger to quickly shoot a single target and interrupt their attack. You might be familiar with the idea of interrupting an attack, aka the bloodborne interrupt, using a firearm. Damage 60, black powder charges 3. You're going to see that we earn black powder charges by attacking enemies with our melee. Now we have a healing flask, restores up to 50% of your health. Not too bad. There is, I should go back, there is a skill tree, which is not unlocked yet, a map. You do have quests, so right now we're on Death's Door. And you do have training, so everything that they're about to show us, if you miss it or want to review it, you can go back into it, which is always appreciated. And if you notice when I pulled up the menu, yes, there is indeed a photo mode. And the game's not a terrible looking game by any stretch, so always nice to have a photo mode. One thing I did notice during my few minutes of just testing it out is how floaty the jump is. Which is just very odd, given the fact that, you know, we have no reason to believe this is anywhere other than Earth. You also do have an interesting slide, where you can just slide for long distances on just about any surface.
Vanek! I thought you died!
Sorry to disappoint.
They don't want you missing loot. They made it pretty clear. Frontline report command, we're down to a few hundred shots. If the sappers don't get here by tomorrow, they're not getting into dawn at all. There's our slide. Pretty fun.
We're cut off! On it!
Firearms are powerful weapons used to fight the dead. Press right trigger to shoot your primary firearm. Shooting a primary firearm consumes a black powder charge. Black powder charges are restored by hitting enemies with melee attacks. Land 4 melee attacks to restore 1 black powder charge. What's interesting that I've noticed with this tutorial is that there are certain things that aren't active until you actually follow through with the tutorial. For example, trying to shoot these barrels, if I target one, you get this pop-up that says to, you know, switch back and forth using the analog stick. If you don't do it, you actually don't get your firearm charges. So you actually need to pay attention to the tutorial. All right, we got some necessary damage there, teaching us how to drink. I don't yet know how the healing potions are recovered. I assume resting in some sort of way. Alright, so melee, very simple. As of right now, I only have the one melee option, which is just the right bumper. Not even a charge. But I do have a little bit of a sprinting attack. No dodge attack, but I think that's unlocked via the skill tree. Okay, pistol disrupt. Nor's pistol is effective at disrupting enemy attacks. Press right trigger while an enemy is attacking to disrupt their attack. When an enemy is disrupted, they are knocked out of their current attack. Not all attacks can be disrupted.
Not so tough now, are you?
And you get reputation. This is an interesting mechanic. I'm not sure how this is going to play out exactly, but reputation represents your renown and experience and can be spent to obtain skills and items. You gain reputation when you defeat enemies, complete quests, and overcome challenges. You can build your reputation multiplier by performing different actions. So the more stylistic you fight, the more reputation you gain. The multiplier increases the amount of reputation you gain when you claim it by holding left on the D-pad, the directional pad. When you take damage, your reputation multiplier resets and your reputation is automatically claimed. When you die, you lose all claimed reputation. To recover it, return to the location of your death. Okay, so you can see on the left-hand side, I have 100 reputation plus 21%, and it wants me to claim it. But well, now I'm just wondering, if this just persists, why would you ever actually manually claim it? Because it said that as soon as right now I have to because it's the tutorial. See, like I said, it kind of locks you out. But it kind of seems like maybe the idea is you just go as far as you can without taking damage to increase your renown.
Rest now.
Let's see if we can just do that, or if it's proximity based. We're up to 20%. Interesting. Maybe I'm wondering if the percentage is per battle? because I was kind of capped at 20%. Now I'm just gaining a 20% boost. So it's almost as if you want to have a really stylistic battle, and then after that you can kind of just attack however you want. I'm not sure. Oh, wait. There we go. I saw that explosive barrel. So nothing too complicated just yet. Block and parry. You can use your melee weapon to block and parry enemy attacks. Hold left bumper to enter a blocking stance. You block damage done to you until knocked out of your stance by sustained attacks. Press left bumper just before an attack hits you to interrupt, or to attempt rather, a parry. Time it right to render the enemy helpless. After a successful parry, you have a short window to perform a counterattack by pressing right bumper. So let's just look at a block. So yeah, that did no damage. Now the parry you do have to do rather late, as you can see. It really is right before they land their hit. All right, so this is our first boss technically. Break attacks. A break attack is an attack that cannot be blocked or parried. Break attacks are shown by the dangerous attack indicator. The safest way to deal with a break attack is to disrupt it by shooting the enemy with Nor's pistol.
Come and
Right.
get it!
All right, eye gouger. Oh, I thought you were dead. There we go.
What in the pits are you doing here?
I'm here to kick your ass for leaving me behind.
I can't let you through. You could get killed.
You could get killed. Did you even think about that?
Nor, please. This whole mission, it's just...
Just pull the damn gate up! Seraph is here.
both of them.
Small favors.
Nor, go back. You're not ready for this.
And Yahara is.
Listen here, you little French filler.
Keep it down. The shimmering wall.
What in the pits is that?
Some kind of wall.
What have you done?
Getting us through.
Wonder if there's going to be any sort of story reason why I'm able to shoot through those shimmering
Those gouges
gates.
are glowing. Why are they glowing?
Souls below.
These bodies, they've been here for years. The dead must have gotten them while they were fleeing the city.
They look smashed. Toyed with. The dead don't do that.
Keep your eyes peeled, will you?
All set!
Everyone get clear! Souls below.
Hey! Hey, Harlan! You still with me?
Yes! That thing is...
Snap out of it, Harlan!
No rest till dawn!
No rest till
No
dawn!
rest till dawn! Right, you
Wow, bigger than it looked. All right, Guardian of the Door. Ooh. Be interesting if I could parry that.
Up! Gotta get up!
Oh, that's not much damage at all, huh? Okay, so I blocked that, but I'm gonna guess the tutorial on the block wasn't quite accurate because... Nope, what do we got here? Whoa.
Harlan, don't! Where in the pits am I? You wouldn't know, would you?
Follow me.
I'm sorry, what? Hey, wait!
I dragged you out of the river. You were unconscious for a while.
Is there anyone else with me?
You were alone. No matter. You'll have to do.
Do? What am I going to do, exactly?
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. Destroyed the barrier that kept the gods contained.
What barrier? You mean that shimmering wall?
So it was you.
We couldn't... I didn't know.
The damage is done. Now you must mend it.
Hey! Hey!
The god you unleashed is called Uru. It is his army of the dead that has been laying waste to Dawn. The source of all your suffering.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
You! Tiny, talking... fox thing. You're a god.
There are lesser and greater gods. My name is Enki. You probably haven't heard of me. Consider me your chance at redemption.
Your kind ravaged my city. My world. Killed everyone I've ever loved. Every breath I take from here on will be spent exacting my revenge on the gods. What's to stop me starting with you?
Nothing.
Death to gods.
Alone, you stand no chance against a god. Let me help you.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you. As long as Uru is free, your world is in mortal peril. Help me seal him away. Stem the tide of destruction. It's the least you can do.
You have a deal. Any hint of trickery and I'll be burying this axe into your skull.
I would expect nothing less.
Now how do we get out of here?
This way.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't we trust the god fox, Enki, who just electrocuted us?
I never asked your name.
Nor. My name's Nor.
And the axe. That's not a woodcutter's tool.
I'm a sapper. I fight in trenches, tunnels. Lots of uses for an axe down there.
You're a capable warrior then.
I'm efficient.
Come here. Hand me some of your black powder.
What for?
You'll see. Good. Now, try keeping up.
Keep up how?
All right, so we got a new skill. So what do we have? We have... Okay, so it just costs reputation. So right now, powder mobility. You can perform special powder moves that enhance your dodging and aerial mobility. Press B while dodging to perform a double dodge. Press A while jumping to perform a second jump. Hey, double jump, all right, which can increase your hump height and distance. And I like that it's using the black powder. Press B while airborne to perform an aerial dodge. Okay. And then blocking stance, that's just what we've already had. Next up is going to be dodge attack. Very nice. This is going to be counter shot. Oh, I like that. And it doesn't consume black powder charges, so it's a riposte with a gun. So what do we have for training? Primary firearm, everything we've already done. Okay. So did I not just open skills? I did. Here we go. Here's the tutorial. You can now perform special moves that enhance your dodging and aerial mobility. So powder dodge, powder jump, and aerial dodge. Okay, so let's just test. All right, there is our dodge. There's our double jump.
I infused it with an inkling of magic. It should help us get around.
Very nice, okay. Is there a double jump dodge? Yes, there is. Is there a double jump dodge jump? Or is there a jump dodge jump? Yes, there is. I like it. All right, that's pretty fun mobility. Yeah, that's fun. Actually kind of gives more meaning to the floatiness of the jump.
The Ravager.
A title he's rightfully earned.
He was in every storybook they read to me when I was bad.
And now he's loose.
Falling is dangerous. They're not wrong. If you fall too far, you take damage, often fatal. You can break your fall by pressing A. This reduces your momentum. Mythbusters said that doesn't quite work, but I get it. Break your fall just before landing to reduce or even neutralize the damage you would take. Oh, I like that, though. Yep, that's fun. Give me lots of practice with these new aerial moves. Witherings. Witherings are powerful magical abilities unique to Enki. To use a withering, you need to build Enki's withering gauge by defeating enemies. When the withering gauge is full, press Y and left bumper to perform your equipped withering.
Dead? What the?
Curse Storm.
A show of good faith.
The dead shouldn't be here. Where is this place? How far are we from the trenches?
Things have changed while you were unconscious. You should best see them for yourself.
Well, while I haven't checked every corner, I have been kind of taking a peek, and I don't see any loot anywhere. Priming enemies. What does that mean? With Enki's help, you can quickly defeat enemies by building their priming gauge, then performing a critical attack. Press Y to attack with Enki. This attack curses the enemy and builds their priming gauge. When the priming gauge is full, the enemy is primed. Use right bumper or right trigger to perform a critical attack. Oh, cool. Enki curse attacks also inflict the curse of death. Melee attacks build prime on these cursed enemies.
did that one go down so easily?
I marked them for death. Help speed up the process.
That's really interesting, and that gave me 42% extra reputation. Armored enemies. Some enemies wear armor, which significantly reduces the damage they take from attacks. You can remove enemy armor by priming them first, then destroying their armor with a critical. I kind of think that's a fun little feature. Critical attack will kill an unarmored enemy. An armored enemy will have their armor destroyed instead, which then I would imagine you can then... Alright, let's go ahead and prime you. Okay, so he has the attack charges you can see over by his gauge. I just want to prime this guy. And critical. Checkpoints. So I went too quickly through it. Checkpoints are locations in the world where you can rest, change equipment, and acquire new skills. So you can't change equipment outside of that, huh? When you approach a checkpoint, your location will be saved. When you are defeated, you will return to the location of your last checkpoint.
One less thing than that.
Open the player menu at any time by pressing the menu button. Once there, you can access your inventory, skills, quests, map, and training. Skills allow you to improve your abilities. Acquiring new skills costs reputation. Your inventory allows you to view all equipment you have obtained and select which equipment to use. The map helps you navigate the world and review the places you have discovered. From the section, you can fast travel to any unlocked checkpoint, always a nice feature. Quests let you track your current objectives and change your active quests at any time. And of course, training revisits the tutorial. So we have powder, magic, and steel. And it looks like each one increases your damage in that respective category, which is nice. So I have 2,500 reputation. Do I? Was I given the exact right amount? Because I had less than that. But charge shot. You can perform a powerful charge up shot with your primary firearm by holding right trigger. The longer you charge, the more powerful the shot becomes. You know, like when you're shooting an actual firearm, the longer you hold the trigger, the bigger the bullet. Red Spirit. You can use Enki to suspend an unarmored enemy in the air by holding Y. This attack consumes Enki's charges, but quickly builds his withering. It costs 2 of his attacks. Or dodge attack. You can perform a quick melee attack out of a dodge or powder charge. I like that. However, it's kind of mundane. And if I'm only going to be showing off a couple hours, let's get a little bit flashy with it, right? So let's do Rend Spirit. Then we can get passive skill Taunt or Shadow Partner. Ooh, nice. Okay.
I feel like the common.
So those are lodestones.
Finally, we're out. Is that smoke? This is way past the trenches. The Coalition would never.
The dead spilled out of the door when Uru was freed. The Coalition didn't even stand a chance.
I did this. Time to put it right.
Hamlets are small communities. They have been seized by hostile forces. Fight your way through enemy forces to find the enemy leader. Defeat the enemy leader to restore safety to the hamlet and allow its inhabitants to return. All right, so let's try this. Okay, looks like you are armored, so let's go ahead and send Enki in. Whoops. Maybe you weren't. Oh, okay, I can see now. There we are. So, the armor shows up as soon as you hit them. I mean, you can tell just by looking at them, or at least you probably can. I clearly cannot. But it is nice to see. Oh, Iron Crown. Alright, let's interrupt. Oh, I don't have any black powder. Alright, let's see if we can parry. Oh, just kidding. Okay, let's go ahead and oh, I didn't have... Alright, let's heal up. I didn't have black powder charge like I thought I did. But now I do. Okay, there's the critical. Gonna break his armor. Do a little bit of... Ooh, Wither Storm. Alright, not a clean fight, but... Army of the Dead defeated. Port Solace. 200 reputation gained.
That should be all of them. We should check the coffee shop, call everyone back.
So it definitely gives you a good reason to fight both stylistically but also safely.
Curious hound you have there, madam. Does it
Because during a boss fight like that, an extended fight, you're going to get significantly less reputation if you're taking damage like I did throughout. At the heart of every hamlet is a coffee shop. After defeating the enemy leader, the coffee shop will open, unlocking a new checkpoint. What in the world is that image? Inside the coffee shop, talk to the host to restore your health, gain a reward, and purchase new clothing. Furthermore, the host may provide you with the latest rumors in the area, unlocking new side quests. I don't know what you are, but you're fun.
Bless you, girl. The dead came over us like a wave. If it hadn't been for you...
Best not celebrate just yet. This whole mess is far from over.
I'll let the other hosts know. Keep an eye out for you. In the meantime, here. One good deed deserves another.
Okay, another healing flask. Very nice. Okay, so shop or leave. I don't see any option to talk and get any rumors, but I can buy some new clothes. Just different colors. Sorry. I might just go bright. Let's go Wolverine, huh? And equip. And get some yellow trousers. Absolutely.
Stay safe.
No. Souls below, it really is you.
But I'm not wearing my new equipment. Huh. I thought I chose to do it.
Baz, your leg.
Blast took most of it. Infection got the rest. I knew you'd made it. I knew it.
Did anyone else make it? Did Harlan?
He fought to the end. Got that winged bastard good.
No.
I'm sorry, no. Pity me if I'd lost you.
We wait.
Souls below. It's talking? What is that thing? I saw it fighting with you outside.
He's a god. He's gonna help me drag Uru back into the great below.
Is that so? Tell me, little god. Can you wipe the dead away with one stroke? Blow away the walls of dawn with a swish from your tail? If we're going up against an army, we'll need a proper fighting force. 3 Peaks is the only place that's still got one.
That's a month's ride from here, Baz.
2 weeks. If you cut through Satrap's Wind and travel light. I know a couple of guides that can take us.
Lead the way then.
Our worst fears came true. When the Coalition's lines broke, the dead spilled into the world. It took every treacherous back road I knew to dodge their hordes. To push them back, we'd need an army. The only place that still had one was 3 Peaks. A hard place, breeding harder people. Its knights are the oldest and greatest army in the world. Conquered most of it even. Now they rest on their laurels, rich off the fortune in black powder under the kneeling keep. 2 grueling weeks later, we were in sight of their capital, the city of Rit. Let's hope they'll help us save the world. Maybe then Nor will forgive herself.
You have unlocked a new fast travel location. You can use your map to quickly travel to any coffee shop, found a campsite, or activated lodestones. As you explore newly discovered locations and objectives become visible on your map. Use your map to help you navigate through the world and quickly return to places you have visited before.
Which way to Rid?
We've barely had time to set up camp. At least get some food in you first.
I was trying to set that as my active quest.
Needs that army, Baz. The sooner we get them the help they need, the better.
Can you hold on until I've checked your axe and gun?
They're fine, Baz. I need to...
Just needs a bit of wood, iron, and sulfur. Won't even take a minute.
Alright, so looks like I need to get some crafting materials. Look at the mount, or the, I guess mount isn't right, but steed. Kind of like a turkey vulture. Okay, we got iron. We've got some sulfur. And wood. Alright. So it looks like the compass up above, it pulsates like this when you've met the objective, I suppose. Also, can you cook?
Right then. Let me take a look.
Sappers at your campsite can upgrade your weapons and armor. Upgrading improves your equipment, allowing you to face greater challenges. Upgrading requires a mix of reputation and resources. Uh-oh. I spent a whole lot to look like, makeshift Wolverine. Explore the world to find any iron, sulfur, and wood you need. They may have just given me all the reputation I need, though. Alright, so this gives me an extra 4 damage to the axe. This gives me an extra 6 damage to... Oh, I can do both. Okay. These did not take reputation. The next levels will. Okay.
The trail ahead leads to the city. You can request an audience with the judges there. Meanwhile, I'll talk to some of my people in the keep. Grease the wheels if I have to.
You know people in the Kneeling Keep.
The perks of running with scumbags in my youth. Some of them got to very high places. I'll meet you at Pilgrim's Bend when I'm done, all right?
Don't take too long.
Play Sebo?
You look bored. Some Sebo should help.
Sebo, excuse me.
Always good for a game.
Sebo is a popular game played throughout the world. Look in coffee shops, hamlet streets, and the world for opponents to play. Win matches against different opponents to earn reputation. With each opponent you defeat, the reputation reward increases. I like that there's an actual reward for it. This is honestly feeling a little bit like Horizon Zero Dawn has influenced this game in quite a way. Interact with wells in the world to find special coins. These coins have unique abilities you can use in your matches. Alright, so we're playing against Baz. It is a traditional game that symbolizes the passage into the Great Below. To win, players must form a triangle rift in the least number of turns. Given the coins some purpose, now that they can't even buy you a loaf of bread. Your goal is to create a triangle rift with 3 coins before you run out of turns. You have 12 turns. Okay. So... I wonder if I can jump my opponent like in checkers? Let's see. No. Or at least not with a standard coin, I can't. And you're going to block by going there. Sure, that makes sense. I would do the same. Uh-oh. think I win. All right. Rift formed. Oh, now I have to defend. Okay. You have 8 turns. All right, all right. I don't know. All right. Let's just go there. Ooh, if I move that, they win. So I have to... Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Let's just... Ooh, are we just going to go back and forth? Okay, you're going to change it up. I can't move you, because you'll win again. So all I can do is this. I win. All right, 400 reputation. No, we won't play again. We beat Baz. That's all we needed. So what happens if I rest? Is it just resting? Rest, skills, inventory. Okay. Pretty straightforward. I don't have enough reputation to do any level up. All right, let's keep pushing for a little bit.
You didn't sleep last night? Or the night before that?
Well, I couldn't. What with you scampering about?
Sleeplessness only makes you a liability. You should.
I'm all right. The bridge is gone. Damn.
I have a better idea. Touch that skull for me.
All right.
Rift travel. Oh, nice. We get to use Enki. You can travel to open rifts found throughout the world. Press Y to interact with the skull and open a rift, and press Y to travel to the nearby rift. Once inside, you can perform a range of actions to leave it.
What was that?
It's called a rift. On to the next one.
Okay, use boost out of the rift with increased momentum.
Is this even safe?
Mostly, yes.
Oh, but now I'm supposed to just drop out.
Souls below. I can get used to this.
You might just have...
It'll be interesting to see how they weave that into the story and the combat.
Halt, Outlander. State your purpose.
I need to see the judges. It's urgent coalition business.
The coalition has been declared an enemy of the Kneeling Keep.
Since when? Why?
For heretical possession and use of black powder weapons being an affront to Ramuha, goddess of the peaks.
This is ridiculous. You can't do this.
Bailiff, restrain her. Stop her in Ramuha's name.
What in the pits was that?
They mentioned Ramuha, another god. She must have also escaped Dawn when the barrier fell.
Another one.
I let out another one, and the knights were on her side already. I have to stop her, Enki. Before I can get to Uru, I have to stop her.
Perhaps Baz fared better.
I wonder if exploring is really just going to yield resources more than anything else.
This is as good a place to rest as any.
Alright, since that's progression, let's see what's up by the gates. Get some wood, already got some iron just a moment ago. Lockdown warrant. There's not even, not even scribbles on it. Oh man. For numerous counts of failure to comply with the law, gavel gate to be shut, all traffic ceased, thorough inquisition on citizens' movements to be carried out until wrongdoers have been apprehended by order of General Bohal. But I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, do have a rift.
Ready to fight.
Alright, the exploring is kind of fun. What are they going to reward me with? Oh, a feather.
That looks like one of your feathers.
It is. Oftentimes, after exerting myself, I tend to...
Shed.
So what did that just do? Did it give me an extra charge? Ooh, occupied area.
Let your guard down for a moment.
Alright, we need to build up his charge. I guess it's just maybe his damage has increased.
It's for the people's own good.
Come on then.
Oh, my goodness. Didn't see you. Oh my. Whoops. Try that again. By dying, you've lost all your reputation. You can recover by returning to the location of your death and be marked with a skull. Now, can I go from one rift to another? Or will I have to actually make my way back up to where I found the feather? We will see. Okay, I think... There we go. Good.
You catch on quickly.
Well, not with combat, I don't. Okay, you just have to run into it, which is nice. A little bit better that time.
Interesting find.
I got a conscript button. What is that for? Is it consumable? No. It must just be my satchel then. These are the lost buttons of a fallen conscript. You can trade them in for 150 reputation in your inventory. Ah! Which I don't know why I just did that. Considering I could lose that. Probably best to wait until you're somewhere where you can actually level up. Oh! I thought you were friendly. Alright. Let's see who this is. Is this a leader? Shielded enemies. They prevent all damage from the front while they are in a shield stance. You can knock them out of their shield stance by stunning or parrying them. On a successful stun or parry, you can use melee attack to tear away their shield. Nice, okay. Okay. Oh, gosh, you're fast. That should have been an interrupt. There we go. Oh, that's cool. But you are still armored. Not for long. All right. I like it. There's a lot of neat mechanics to this that take a very simplistic combat and actually add some depth to it. Should I try and climb it? It looks like I should climb this, yeah?
This is wrong. We shouldn't be fighting them.
They're not leaving you much choice.
I know, but Ramuha or not, they aren't going to serve with someone who's been killing their friend. We need to get this done quickly, Enki.
Alright, we do have our withering skill ready. Wow, this place is bigger than I thought. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Put that away. Oh, right. There's the crit. There's the kill. All right. I don't know if that was efficient, but I appreciate it, Enki. I'm kind of on my last heal. And I'm not yet at the leader. Although we might be... Oh, what's happening? All right, so where's the leader? Should I be looking for some way to raise that gate? Okay, so that's to return. Oh, are you the lead? There we go. Oh, careful now. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Oh, and he's shielded. I got a parry. Oh, yes. I got lucky. Oh, I didn't grab your shield, though. Unfortunately, I was going to say I need to keep attacking him because I don't have a black powder charge, so I can't interrupt. Okay. So, the Enki feathers build more prime with Enki's cursed attack. That's good. That is good to know. All right. So on that note, I'm actually going to call it a part there. However, like I said, before release, I do have the option to show off up to 2 hours. This has been roughly the first hour, so I will bring you another part tomorrow. This is not going to be a full-fledged series, but I wanted to show it off because I did enjoy Ashen, and it's exciting to see what they're doing all these years later. But that's going to do it for this episode of Blue Tries Flintlock. Stay tuned for one additional one coming up very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're still enjoying, and I will see you next time.